All right, listen up. So FTMO is pushing this new one-step challenge. Acting like they're doing everyone a favor. Skip the line, get straight to the money.
A favor? Come on, man. Prop firms don't do favors.
Right.
They set puzzles, and most people are too dumb to solve them. So what's the gimmick on this one?
Nah, for real. On the surface, it looks clean. It's one single phase. You pass the test, you're in. And you start with a 90% profit split from day one.
Wow.
No more passing the challenge than doing a whole nother month on the verification step just to prove you weren't a one-hit wonder.
All right, a 90% split out the gate is heavy. I'll give them that. But the devil's in the details.
Yeah, what are the rules?
That's where they hide the bodies. Resigned, bet the drawdown is a nightmare.
It's specific. You gotta make 10% profit.
Okay.
And they took the clock off. You have unlimited time.
Unlimited time? Okay, that's a big deal. That 30-day clock was a killer.
Yeah, it was.
You're down to the last week, no profit. You start seeing ghosts on the chart and taking stupid trades. So that's 1 point for them. Now, what about the loss limits? Let's get to the ugly part.
Serious. 2 numbers you gotta tattoo on your brain. First is the max daily loss, 3%. You're on a 100K account, you lose $3,000 in a single day? From midnight to midnight, your account is toast. The computer just shuts you off.
3%. That's a tight leash. One bad news event, one spike against you before your stop loss gets filled.
Right.
And your day is smoked. That's trap for hotheads. They get one loss, they get angry, they double down, boom, gone in 60 seconds.
It's a total discipline check. But the main one, the maximum loss, is 6%.
Okay.
Here's the twist, though, and you gotta pay attention here. It's a trailing drawdown, but it only trails at the end of the day.
Break that down. Street terms. What does that actually mean when I'm in a trade?
It means they only look at your account's high point when the clock strikes midnight. So let's say you start with 100K. Your absolute floor is 94K. Simple. Now you have a killer day, you ride a wave, and your equity peaks at 105K.
Right.
But by the end of the day, it settles at 103K. Your new floor is now 97K based on that 103K close. That 105K you touched intraday, it's a ghost. It doesn't count against you.
Hold up. So you can be deep in profit during the day, let it breathe, manage the trade?
Yep.
And your drawdown limit isn't creeping up your backside in real time.
Exactly. It lets you actually manage a position. You're not getting choked out by your own success. It's a massive psychological edge. But, of course, there's one more hoop to jump through. The best day rule.
I knew it. The fun police. Cynical. Let me guess. You can't make too much money too fast.
You got it. Your single best day trading can't account for more than half of your total profit. So your profit target is 10K, so you can't have one beautiful, glorious day where you bank like $5,001 and think you're done. If you do, the challenge ain't over.
So they don't want you to YOLO into some meme stock, hit a 10-bagger,
Exactly.
and call yourself a pro. They want a grinder. Of course they do. It's always about the grind.
It's their degenerate filter. So forget the rules for a second. The real question is, how do you actually pass this thing? What's the play?
The play is to not be a moron. That 3% daily loss is the guillotine. People are going to hear one step, think shortcut, and get reckless. They'll be risking 2% a trade, lose once, get tilted, lose again, and they're done before lunch.
That's the whole secret. The play is micro risk. You risk 0.5% per trade, 0.5%.
Okay.
That gives you 6 shots, 6 bullets. If you miss 6 times in a row, the market is telling you something. It's saying, go outside, touch grass, and come back tomorrow.
6 bullets, and you got to treat them like they're the last 6 on Earth. A-plus setups only. No FOMOing into some garbage just because it's moving. You wait for your pitch.
Right. And you got to play the accountant with that 50% rule. So what happens if you catch a runner?
Yeah.
You follow the plan, you get an A-plus setup, and it just explodes. You make 4% in one day on a 100K account. That's $4,000. You're almost halfway to the 10K target. Now what?
Now you're in what they call a champagne problem. You're way up.
Right.
But that one day is a huge chunk of your profits. You still got to make another 6K, but you got to do it without that 4K day looking like a fluke.
So you change the game. You hit the grand slam. Now you gotta play small ball. You switch to like 0.1% or 0.2% risk. You go for base hits, little scalp trades, a few pips here, a few pips there. Your only job is to stack enough tiny wins to make your total profit high enough that your big day is less than 50% of it. You're just balancing the books.
It's a damn job. You gotta be a trader, a risk manager, and a bookkeeper. But I see the logic. It's about manufacturing the look of consistency. So the game plan is tiny risk, be patient as hell for the perfect setup,
Yep.
and if you get lucky and win big, you gotta be even more patient and grind out small wins to make it legit.
That's the entire playbook. This one-step challenge, it's not easier.
No.
It's a high-speed train. If you're a pro who has their act together, it gets you to the destination, the funded account, way faster. For everyone else, it's just a faster way to crash.
So it's a trap, a beautiful, shiny, well-marketed trap with a 90% payout sign on it. I knew it.
It's only a trap if you play their game, if you make them play your game. The patient, disciplined, small-risk game, it's a launch pad. You just have to remember who you're playing against. The house has its rules.
Yeah.
But the biggest opponent is the clown staring back at you in the monitor.
Ain't that the truth? So the secret to this fast challenge is to go slow. The irony.
Patience and discipline, my friend. Always has been, always will be. This thing just exposes you faster if you don't have it. So, we laid out the map, we told you where the traps are,
Right.
we gave you the game plan.
We did. Now here's a question we'd like you to think about.
We gave you the game plan.
We did. Now do you actually have the discipline to follow it for weeks on end, or are you going to get bored, get greedy, and become your own worst enemy?